Hello, everyone. Welcome to Whitman-Walker's new Max Robinson Center. I am Ramatullah Keita. My pronouns are she, her. I am the Director of Community Health. Over the course of the last 10 years, as a staff member in the Community Health Department, I can confidently say an interaction with a community health staff member might be the first interaction someone has with Whitman-Walker at large. It is typically the first link to care. They might come in for an HIV or STI test. They might watch one of our YouTube or Instagram lives where we offer a conversation about health and about health in a way that feels dignifying and respectful. Or they might get tested at one of our outreach events on our mobile van. In those moments, our staff are there to listen and to provide care that is respectful and allows the person to feel truly seen. It is also a space where we are able to hear directly from the community about the barriers they face when it comes to accessing healthcare. These conversations inform the way Whitman-Walker thinks about how we can make the greatest impact. This responsiveness is just one example of the multitude of ways that my colleagues at Whitman-Walker deliver care and services and fight for the communities we serve every single day. I am incredibly proud of this building. It is too a symbol of our mission because from this location, Whitman-Walker will be able to serve an additional 10,000 patients per year. We will also be able to provide Ward 8, a neighborhood that has been historically neglected and under-resourced, greater access to care, expand care options for young people, opportunities to engage in research, trials, and trainings and educational programs that will impact thousands of lives for the better. This expansion allows us to broaden how we participate in making the great Ward 8 even greater. Our new Max Robinson would allow us to help communities solve social determinants of health like education, financial security, employment increase through new programs such as resume building, on-the-job training for employment, and partnership with other nonprofits, including Martha's Table, Grassroots Health, DC Public School Systems, just to name a few, that will benefit youth and the community at large. And the Community Health Department at Whitman-Walker will be an integral part of working with the community on these programs. We'll also be on the front lines of letting people know about these new endeavors that we have and new initiatives, actively recruiting as we engage with folks at our events, as we provide HIV, STI tests, and of course, on our various social media channels. In my time at Whitman-Walker, I have watched us evolve in order to be responsive to the needs of the community. Opening this building in September with Mayor Bowser was an absolute thrill and such a wonderful moment for us all, staff, community members, and clients alike. And today, I am delighted to welcome our esteemed mayor to help us announce yet another amazing milestone that will help continue our mission. Please welcome to the podium the Honorable Muriel Bowser.
Please give Rama a big round of applause again. And it is indeed great to be here just a few short weeks after the opening with some more really fantastic news for Whitman-Walker. And your ears should be burning because I have been talking about the opening of Whitman-Walker here in Ward 8 almost everywhere I go because people are very excited to have an expansion of services in communities that deserve them and is much needed. When I come on this campus, I'm always very excited to see each new development according to the way we've planned it that will allow people to live here, to work here, to play here, and to get quality medical services here. And Whitman-Walker is a significant part of that story. While Whitman-Walker is a fantastic provider of services, you're also a fantastic employer in the District of Columbia. And we don't say this enough, but thank you for choosing Washington, D.C. And what has been also remarkable about our engagement with the surrounding communities from day one is that people tell me all the time that they feel welcome here. And that they are greeted by excited staff who are working in any of the facilities. And what's also important to note is that there's more to come. Latrina and her team are excitedly working on the next parcels, including a library and including the opening of Cedar Hill Medical. And so we're also excited about $22.5 million. And that is what I'm here to announce today. The Biden administration has approved the district's plan to invest $22.5 million in federal funding to the Max Robinson Center through the United States Treasury Department's Capital Projects Fund. So give yourselves a hand, Whitman-Walker. I also want to thank my team at DEMPAD, the Office of Budget and Performance Management, our partners at Treasury, your entire team, and President Biden himself. He has staked a lot of his tenure on making sure that federal dollars are getting directly to communities who know how to put them to work and put them to work quickly. And not all projects made the cut, and yours did. So you should be very, very proud of that. And I know that the team here is going to talk a little bit more about the Capital Projects Fund and the opportunity that we will have to do this work together in Ward 8. And we know that this investment will also spur more research and innovation at the Max Robinson Center, create over 100 new jobs, provide training opportunities for our residents, and create a pipeline of healthcare talent, which we know we need. And I know you probably know this acutely, how we can attract the best of the best to work in DC and serve our residents. We will be proud to report that we're a leader in healthcare technology, innovation, research, with the work that you will do here. And we're also doing that work with Children's National on their campus in Ward 4. So we'll keep innovating and we'll keep serving DC residents. And I know that the co-CEOs here, Nasima and Cindy, thank you for your leadership. I want to thank the entire staff. And also, again, our federal partners. Sometimes when I say federal partners, something else comes after it. Like, we need more. We want more. And so, not to break my, my spiel here, we always need more. But we're very grateful when Treasury can come to talk to us about their investments in Washington, D.C. So I think I have the honor now of introducing Joseph Wender, who is representing the Capital Projects Fund for the United States Treasury Department. Mr. Wender. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. And we always know you need more. I want to thank you and all the leaders from Whitman-Walker who are here today, and for all your tireless work helping families and residents throughout the District of Columbia. So my name is Joseph Wender. I'm the director of the Capital Projects Fund at the Treasury Department's Office of Capital Access, which is tasked with implementing Treasury programs under the American Rescue Plan, including the $10 billion Capital Projects Fund we're discussing here today. So by stabilizing our economy and tackling longstanding challenges, the American Rescue Plan catalyzed investments in community development that will extend well beyond the deployment of federal resources and lay the foundation for other historic investments in our nation's economic future, such as the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, the CHIPS and Science Act, and the Inflation Reduction Act. And so in the nearly 3 years since the American Rescue Plan was passed, the Biden-Harris administration has overseen an historic and unprecedented provision of federal assistance to struggling Americans. And at the Treasury Department, the Capital Projects Fund to date has approved plans in all 50 states and the district to invest approximately $9 billion to expand economic opportunities in communities throughout the country. And within this, Capital Projects has funded multi-purpose community facilities, including the one we're celebrating here today, in 22 states and the District of Columbia, totaling over $1.3 billion. And so the mayor stole my thunder, but I am proud to announce that the Treasury Department is approving $22.5 million for the District of Columbia. And so, as we've heard, the federal resources will go towards the expansion of Whitman-Walker's Max Robinson Center here at the St. Elizabeth's East Campus, an organization that provides critical health care and other important services to underserved communities. And so I want to underscore what this looks like in action. It was already mentioned earlier that there's going to be greater capacity for telehealth and in-person visits, accepting an estimated 10,000 new patients by 2025. That's in addition to the 5,000 currently served. It'll also provide for 2 community, multi-purpose community spaces that will support community health and wellness initiatives and provide access and space to host resume building and interview skills workshops, as well as other education and training programs tailored to the DC community, as well as public access to computer terminals and high-speed wireless internet throughout the building. So connecting workers and families to training, to education, to healthcare is central to expanding economic opportunity and prosperity in the District of Columbia and throughout the country. And the expansion of Whitman-Walker's Max Robinson Center shows how the Biden-Harris administration's historic investments are building projects needed to expand access to health, education, and workforce development services. And so, to close, today's announcement is a critical part in the President's commitment to uplifting families and creating an economy that works for everyone. And at Treasury, we're excited about the opportunities that these funds will create in the District of Columbia. And so I thank you all, and I'm going to turn it back over to the staff here at Whitman-Walker.
We're short. We are, but we're matching, if I had my heels. Good morning, I'm Cindy Luen. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the interim CEO of Whitman-Walker Health System. Mayor Bowser, Mr. Wender, such a significant award for our organization. We are so grateful, and so grateful that you came in person to share in the experience and to be here with us. So we want to welcome you to our new Max Robinson Center, and specifically to the 3rd floor, which looks great with all of you. This is where we specialize. We think of this as the Whitman-Walker Institute floor, and we specialize in innovative research and clinical trials on HIV, on cancer, other health issues that are very important to the residents of Ward 7 and 8, not to mention a lot of other people. So the funds that we receive from the HOPE initiative will allow us to expand, as has been said, and do much more in health innovation and further address health disparities through the creation of additional lab space. You'll see on the 2nd floor and here, investments in technology. We couldn't be more thrilled. So thank you.
And I'm Nasima Shafi, she and her pronouns, the CEO of Whitman-Walker Health. Also grateful for you to be here today and incredibly honored by the magnitude of this investment. Your investment in this building and in Whitman-Walker will allow us to grow all of the things that you've already heard about. But fundamentally, what Whitman-Walker is trying to do is be part of the solution with district partners to eradicate health disparities in Wards 7 and 8. This investment, like our work here at Whitman-Walker and the Max Robinson Center, is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to make that real difference to advance health equity, and we're truly, truly grateful. Mayor Bowser, thank you for all your constant enthusiasm, your team's fantastic support of our work. You've been a true partner and champion, and we're very grateful. Thank you so much.
Okay, I think I'm just going to take a few press questions. We'll take a picture, and then everybody will get back to work. Yes, Sam.
What is the relationship between the city and Whitman-Walker? Is the city fund this program, or can you tell us?
Well, let me have Nasima come up and talk about the various partnerships that Whitman-Walker has with the city.
Thanks. So Whitman-Walker competes like many other federally qualified health centers and others for funding through various different projects through the Department of Health and others in the city. And in this particular case, just a lot of partnership to get that up and running.
How much are we talking about here that of your funding comes from the D.C. government?
The local grants that are not federal pass-throughs are about $3 million, including the federal pass-through.
So this is a significant amount of...
This is a significant amount, yeah, indeed.
Okay. Okay.
So, Mayor, today the council is considering 3 bills that basically look at the crime situation in the city. They are, among them, a lot of the focus is on surveillance, and there are mandates for your office. For example, they say that you, under this bill, you would need to report back on basically guns that were, I guess, retrieved. Also, you would have to report back on the effectiveness of violence interrupters, among other programs. I'm just curious your thoughts about the legislation.
Well, Sam, I've said repeatedly, we've advanced legislation from my office that we think closes gaps, and we look forward to the council's prompt attention to that. Specifically, our Safer Stronger initiative, where there was parts of it were passed by emergency. The entire bill needs to be made permanent, as well as our Act Now legislation. I would not be supportive of any piece of legislation that we consider busy work that diverts from actual work. So I would like to spend a little time, and I'll look at the hearing, see what comes of it. And if there are things that we think also close gaps in our law, then we'll be supportive of it.
The council has one more meeting this year, I guess this month. Are you hoping that they pass your legislation at this point, or what are your thoughts?
Yes, I hope they pass it. They've had plenty of time to consider it as far as I'm concerned. All right, thank you, everybody.